Hello and welcome to Psychology 365, Positive Psychology. This is an overview of the course, and I'm your facilitator, Bob Reese. I want you to make sure that you read through the syllabus, pay attention to the details there, and then pay attention to this overview that I'm giving you before you begin in Module 1. So each of the voiceover PowerPoint videos, after the opening page, will open with a quote. Read that quote, pause the video, read the quote. Think about what it means. It's going to apply to the topic, but think a minute about the quote, how it might influence your life, and then keep that in mind throughout the video. Okay? And it's probably worth your while to revisit the quotes after viewing the voiceover PowerPoint. There will also be a handout available on D2L that goes along with each slide, so you can take notes that might come in handy later on. So a little bit about me. My background in education is my undergraduate work was done at Purdue University, and much later in life, I got my master's in psychology at Regis and my doctorate at Virginia Tech. In my early life, I was an athletic trainer. I was the head athletic trainer initially for Boston College. Then I moved into the NFL. I was the assistant trainer for the Buffalo Bills for 5 years, and then the head athletic trainer for the New York Jets for 20 years. After I left the NFL, I went into the corporate world for a while, and then in 2002, I began teaching at Jefferson College, where I actually am still teaching, except now that it's Radford University Carilion. I've written 2 books, Develop the Winner's Mentality, 5 Essential Mental Skills for Enduring Success, and The 13th Step, Thriving in Recovery. The second book, The 13th Step, goes along with the research that I do at the International Quit and Recovery Registry, which is under the auspices of the Addiction Recovery Research Center down at the Fralin Biomedical Research Institute. And we are looking to help people in recovery stay in recovery. If you want to know more about me, for any reason, go to drbobreese.com. The text for the course is A Primer in Positive Psychology by Chris Peterson. It's a little older, but it still has all the basics that you need for this course. And it's an easy read, so it's not like you're going to have a whole lot of extra hard reading to do. Also, there's a new edition of the APA manual. It's not required that you have it for this course, but you probably should get one, especially if you're in psychology, because you're going to need it as you get along. Make sure you read the syllabus, print it out, keep it handy, especially early on, so that you understand what's going on and how I've got the course set up. My contact information is on there, course description, learning objectives, and so on. The grading scale that I use, the late work policy, and that policy is really simple. I don't accept late work. There's an explanation of workload expectations. Every written assignment is a writing assignment, so no texting language, no abbreviations, and so forth. There's also a provisional topical outline. Know that assignments could change, and the dates could change that they're due, and I will always give you notice about when dates due. The course is set up in modules, and you'll have what you're expected to do each week and the due dates. You may work ahead in the module. The second module or the next module will not appear until the day before it's scheduled to open. Bottom line is, if something's not where it's supposed to be, or you can't see it, email me, let me know as soon as possible. Okay? And that also goes if the dates don't match up from what I list on the in the module to what shows up in the assignments. So just let me know. If in the voiceover PowerPoints you hear me say something about Blackboard, just know I mean D2L. Okay, I've been using Blackboard for 18 years, so old habits are hard to break, and sometimes I'm not aware of them. If I say something about the weekly folder, okay, I'm talking about the module, and where, the list of what you're supposed to be doing. And just as a reminder, I'm 3 hours behind you, okay, in a time frame. I live out west. I live outside of Las Vegas. So if you send me an email at 9 in the morning, your time, don't expect one before noon or 1 o'clock. Don't expect a reply before noon or 1 o'clock. What the syllabus does not say is that in this course I will encourage you to learn more about who you am. Now, I know that's not proper English, but it makes it memorable, and you get the point. The more you know about who you am, the better you can relate to other people. That includes your patients, your clients, your relationships. The more you know about who you am, the easier it is to enhance your well-being and to be happy and flourish and thrive in life. One of the other things that I'll have you do is use reflection to figure out how you got to be the way you am. Okay, it's not good or bad. It's not right or wrong. It's just to let you know how you got there. Knowing about who you am will help your relationships, and it will enhance your critical thinking skills, which is always a good thing. Now, your responsibility as a student is, I want you to be a learner. Just being a student is not enough. A student is like a receptacle, like the robot. You take information in and you spit it out. I want you to be more proactive, like Hermione from the Harry Potter stories, and really try to learn and understand so that you can apply the information in your life. If you can't apply this information, it's no good. It doesn't do you any good. My responsibilities are to get back to you on emails within 24 to 48 hours, and I will generally have any grading done within a week, unless it's a major assignment that requires a lot more time from me, like a big paper or something. But I will usually get back to you within 24 or 48 hours, and grades will be caught up within a week. There are several different types of assignments. You'll notice on your in the course folders, the different colors are really for me. Okay, it helps me make sure I've got the right information in the right places, so you don't have to be concerned about the colors. Just pay attention to the assignment and the due dates. And by the way, if you notice a difference on a due date that's on the folder and then on the assignment, please send me an email. Sometimes I miss it when we change things over from semester to semester. Anyway, the weekly assignments are explained in the assignment manager. There will be links to different articles, the voiceover PowerPoints that I do as lectures each week, and certain videos I'll have you watch. Most of your assignments will have a reflection tied in with them, and some of them will require journals in which you reflect. So I mentioned before that all written assignments are writing assignments. And the crux of that is they must be substantive. Now, what is substantive? Whether it's a reflection, whether it's a comment, or you're thinking about the assignment, substantive means it's thoughtful, it's cogent, that means I can understand it from what you're saying, and it's relevant to the topic at hand. Now, those three things have to be combined for it to be substantive writing. As I give you feedback early on with your reflections and other assignments, if I tell you need more substance, then it's going to be one of those three things. Now, you're in college. I'm not going to point out everything to you. Okay? It's got to be thoughtful, cogent, and relevant. That makes substantive. So as we look at reflection, remember that reflection is not a summary. First off, reflection is a metacognitive process. Metacognition is one of those great psychology words that sounds really impressive. What it actually means is thinking about thinking. So when you reflect on something, you're metacognating. Okay, you're thinking about what you thought about. Your reflections are not summaries. If I ask you to reflect on a video that you watch, or a voice over PowerPoint, or an article that you read, know that it's not a summary. Don't tell me what they said. Okay? Yes, we did. They said this, they said that. That is not a reflection. Think, is this a new learning experience? Have I experienced it before? How did it make me feel? So think what? Then think, so what? Did it intrigue you? If so, why it intrigued you? Now, don't tell me that something was very interesting without telling me why you felt it was interesting. Then, now what? So what, now what? How does it apply to you? How can you use it? How can you adapt it? If you get stuck writing the reflection, just think why. And remember to tell me why you think it's interesting. Grades for reflections are generally done just on 3 levels. Most reflections are worth 20 points. You'll get 10 if it's adequate, and 5 or below is actually failing. So if you get a 5 on a reflection, you need to, and I will generally early on, I will tell you why you get that. I'll give you feedback and coach you. One of the things you'll learn is about mindfulness meditation. If you've never been influenced or learned that before, you will be expected to do some mindfulness meditation, and that there will be several what I call ongoing assignments, so that you'll be doing a period of meditation on certain topics over a period of time. I will give you instruction on that, and there'll be a reference folder for you. What are your goals for this course? Why are you taking this course? But what do you want to get out of it? What grade do you want to get out of it? Or have you planned on that? Are you willing to do the work? If you want an A, are you willing to do the work? If you just do the minimum requirements, you'll get a C in this course. Okay? Generally, the only way people fail this course is if they don't do any work. If you want to get an A or a B, though, it requires extra work. So you've got to be willing to do that. So you need to set the goals for this course and for all your other courses. So one of the first assignments you have is to go on to the Authentic Happiness website. The link is in the folder. Go to, and once you get there, scroll down to the questionnaire area. You will have to sign up, give your name, some demographics and so forth. But once you sign up for it, there's an area that has a lot of questionnaires. We will be doing multiple questionnaires throughout the semester to help you learn more about who you am. As you enter Module 1, Week 1, we're going to learn what is positive psychology. And the underlying theory behind that is called PERMA, PERMA, and we'll go over what that represents and stands for. So enjoy.